Our bodies are home to trillions of microorganisms, collectively known as a human microbiota. Our gut, specifically, has tens of trillions of bacteria that can weigh up to 2 kilograms. New research has shown that the bacteria living in our gut is actually connected to our brain in something called the gut-brain axis. In 2004, a study was done on 2 types of mice. One was germ-free, which means that it hadn't been exposed to microorganisms. The other had a normal functioning microbiota. When both of them were exposed to the same stressors, the germ-free one exhibited more stress. The germ-free mice had less of a protein, known as a brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF for short. This protein is really important in cognitive and memory effects in the brain. So how did a difference in gut microbiota affect brain chemistry?
Turns out, there's a connection between the microbiome in our gut and our brain.
The enteric nervous system, or ENS for short, is a mesh-like neural system that controls our digestive tract. It is connected to our central nervous system through the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve acts as a highway for our neural transmissions and is bidirectional, meaning that transmissions come from the brain and from the gut. Butterflies in your gut or the sudden urge to use a restroom before a test are the result of your brain sending your gut signals through the vagus nerve. Our immune system is directly linked to our gut microbiome and to our brains. The immune cells in our gut produce proteins known as cytokines. Researchers have found that specific families of cytokines, like interleukin-1, increase the activity of our central stress response system. That means that our gut has a direct impact on our brain and how we react to stress. Our gut microbiota produce a lot of substances that directly affect our brain chemistry. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine have an effect on our mood and how we feel. In fact, 80% of the serotonin and 50% of the dopamine in our body is produced by our gut. The kind of bacteria we have in gut controls how much of each neurotransmitter is created, having a direct effect on how we feel. Bacteria from the Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium families can produce gamma-aminobutyric acid, also known as GABA, which is important in controlling feelings of fear and anxiety. Bacteria can also create short-chain fatty acids, which can stimulate the sympathetic nervous system and impact the memory and cognitive functions of our brain. Understanding the connection between our gut and the brain opens up a lot of new treatments for diseases. Studies have shown that specific strains of probiotics reduce anxiety and depression-related behaviors. Additionally, researchers are looking at probiotics as a potential treatment for neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. Dubbed as psychobiotics, these might be a common treatment in the future. The gut-brain axis is a relatively new discovery, but this new way of looking at our bodies has promising effects for the future.